one.
Right. So this is a photograph of me and Campbell when we were in Egypt in 2018, and he's looking at this offering table and the false door. Now I asked Campbell what it was. He said it was an offering table, and I thought it was something else. It was something more. So this machine one that we did last time, you can see the bit where the shape or design is in the front of it there, and it's made of white alabaster, the same as what the shrine is. And you've got the false door, which is constructed of granite. I've made mine out of wood, and although you can't see them, there's two slits at the top for the ropes. Now above the false door in the tomb, there's a photograph which I showed you in the book, where it's got a couple of jeds in pairs over on the top and sitting like an archway. So I perceive that as being the exploded view of the inside of the doorway. So I've amalgamated the two and come up with this. So these are the ropes for pulling, the red and
the top there.
your left and your right team. Jed, do you want to come this side, Al? You have them, Chris. Alan has them. They're yours.
Yeah, mate.
This is mine. Let me just take up the slack.
Blue for a boy.
Let me just take up the slack. Now I don't know whether this will pull it yet, but we'll see. We'll do it live. So on the doorway, on the false door, there's like a drum that sits there, and I think the guy that takes in the slack sits on top, out the way of this. If it's going to snap, you won't want you get cut in half with the rope. So if you gently pull each side, you do it in teams.
Yay, look at that! God.
It's doing it, though, isn't it?
That's as easy as... there's no strain on that rope at all.
Nothing, no.
No, there's no strain.
No.
It just
Well,
moves.
it must be geared to some effect in there,
Yeah,
which we'll have to get somebody who's an
Jesus.
expert in pulleys.
it's an amazing amount of power.
We must get somebody who's au fait with pulleys to
Yeah.
work out what the mechanic. Well, I know it's 2-to-1 for each one. Whether that doubles on the second one, I don't know, but we'll soon find out.
But there was no effort to pull that. It was,
No.
You didn't know you were pulling the weight.
No.
No.
Pyramids going. The pyramids growing in height.
Yeah.
So this brick would be dumped off the sledge here,
Yeah.
right? Then the next one, you put it on top,
Yeah.
and then the next one will be dumped off there.
Right.
So as you're
Yeah.
going up, that's
Yeah.
what the slit's for, so
Yeah.
you can gain
Yeah.
height,
Yeah.
yeah? And probably the drum or the pulling drum will pull against this. So,
So how high was the door then?
well,
In the photograph, it's pretty high.
these beams, the beams that are above the King's Chamber, well, it says on it, they're 8
Yeah.
meters, 8 meters long,
Yeah.
by 1.3 meters wide,
Yeah.
by 1.8 meters high, and they're shaped on 3 sides. Now, what the beam wanted to be heavy, so
Yeah.
they didn't shape the top half. They didn't need to be square.
No.
It just needed to be heavy and
Yeah.
be able to lift up.
Yeah.
So they've shaped the 2 sides and the bottom and left the top rough. The rougher it is, the heavier it is.
Yeah.
And I think once the pyramid comes to say this height, so say
Yeah.
three, well, if that's 8 meters long, this has got to be, say, I don't know, 6 meters or 7 meters high.
Yeah.
So you'd have got probably 3 courses
Yeah.
before they would have had to dismantle this and then take it up to the next level. The thing about this is when the beams, as the pyramid's going up, and these granite beams get nearer and nearer the point, how are you going to get them down? These are on from day one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? As you come to year 18 or something, and you're near finishing it, and you've only got small ramps at the outside, you've got no way of getting these off.
Wow.
So that's what they've done. They put them up above the King's Chamber.
Yeah.
So it's housekeeping really.
Yeah.
It's not to do with the strength of the building.
And it's also recycling.
It's they're just
Yeah.
using it to recycle.
Yeah.
Another blue piece of
Another
glass.
perfect answer.
Spot on.
Yeah, absolutely
Okay.
spot on.
The
Brilliant.
rewind process now, so we need to get the hook in there and get, see that yellow one?
Yeah.
Oops.
Somewhere. So that's that one. And this one here.
thing about the rewiring process, you've got to get these
Just right.
just right. Yeah. So let's. You'd have to work as some type of team, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Now you've got to bear in mind this is our first attempt.
Aye.
We've not been practicing this at all.
No,
So,
they'd have been doing it over and over again and become really proficient at it.
so the yellow ones, if I pull the yellow ones, can you keep?
The red ones.
This red one is
Red one.
overlapping. Is overlapping
Okay,
the
we
yellow
need.
one.
Yeah. So that one's there.
Hang on a minute.
So yeah, so when I
Do the
when I
same with
pull,
the blue ones.
yeah. So
There you go. It's out of the red.
is it out?
Yeah.
So we're winding back on now, aren't we? So if you grab them two yellow ones there. Can you just put your finger there and keep them apart?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you pull, Chris, and hopefully they should rewind themselves. Is it? Hang on, is it? Oh, it's working, isn't it? Go ahead.
Brilliantly. Absolutely brilliantly.
That's it. Let go now. So that's all he did all day long. You run, pull, run. Fuck off! I'm having my dinner.